The top window shows the NYA McClellan ratio adjusted breadth oscillator. Second window, the NYA McClellan ratio adjusted volume oscillator. Third window, the stocks only New York volume oscillator. And the bottom window is the New York stocks only AD line. So taken together, these New York indexes are all inclusive, meaning starting at the bottom window, the stocks only shows all stocks, so everything from the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, etc. And then the NYA has all of those stocks in the stocks only plus bond ETFs, closed-end funds, etc. Everything, all. So while the stocks only AD line is headed down, and I say you can consider this price without even looking at price, so that goes against the grain of the mainstream analysts who say you must look at price and the AD line and compare the two. And I say these days in these market extremes, no, you have to wrap your head around something different. So we're getting the positive divergence with breadth here. You can see all the breadth and volume oscillators headed up, and the AD line with a downwards trajectory. So you can see in the bottom window for the stocks only breadth oscillator in September 7th is when the downwards trajectory started, and the upwards for all the other oscillators. And for price, you can see on the 7th, that's when the upwards trajectory started. And again, this is based on the NYA, so that's the ones with the closed-end funds, bond funds, ADRs for foreign stocks and ETFs galore in there. So I'm comparing the NYA to the stocks only breadth oscillator. So the breadth is increasing and possibly doing a rotation from the Magnificent Seven into the left behinds of everything else could be starting to happen. And happening in earnest, as you can see, here's the NYA to the SPX ratio. So we take the New York all, meaning bond ETFs and the likes of them, closed-end funds, ADRs, everything, all, and compare it to the stocks of the S&P 500 as a relative performance ratio. So basically we're stripping out the S&P 500 stocks, which equals the Magnificent Seven, and it's racing towards this downtrend line that you can see after double bottoms, and in this case triple bottoms, similar to back here. There's a nice move upwards. So this is the value versus growth play here. You can see the downtrend line here busted out above that and went on a tear. And then there's all sorts of double bottoms, double tops, double bottoms, again blasting through this downtrend line and heading up. There was one false move here near the end of 2022, but then it ended up with a double bottom here, and then finally value had its last gasp going into the beginning of January 2023, and the rest is history for the Magnificent Seven. So I believe I suggested the last time that we looked at this when the triple bottom happened, and I was able to extend this purple parabola from here to here, to start dabbling and accumulating value stocks, namely energy, which really panned out. And I say continue doing that slightly, because it's really not confirmed until it blasts above this downtrend line here, and it could coincide with this first peak here. You can see the horizontal line intersects right there, so that's coming up. And if it does blast above this downtrend line and get above that horizontal line in earnest, like it did back here and here, etc., then we really have something, and the value play is back on. Till then, I would still treat everything we just talked about with a mega dose of caution, but no harm in barbelling. If you're heavy on the Magnificent Seven, there's absolutely no harm in picking up the left behinds that have good balance sheets, like energy, even retail banks. They all have great balance sheets just about.